I forbid you from doing what I'm going to show you in this video. Okay, now that we have this disclaimer over with, let me show you how I wash the road salt off my electric bike in the winter. In the winter, I use my e-bike several times a week, either for errands or for the pleasure of riding on the local trails. The problem is that here in Gatineau, at the first sign of snow, salt trucks happily spread vast amounts of salts on the streets and sidewalks. This is a mixture that contains not only sodium chloride, or table salt, but also calcium chloride, which attracts moisture and retains the moisture if it gets into the slightest crack or opening. Mixed with the snow and the moisture from the air, it creates a brine solution that splashes all over the bike and can seep into the bike's components. Of course, it can lead to rust formation on critical parts such as the drivetrain. Over time, this corrosion can cause mechanical components to wear out faster. In addition to its corrosive effects, road salt in Gatineau can also contain a mixture of sand, which is terribly abrasive when it gets into the chain, gears, bearings, and brakes. I use a grade of oil made for wet conditions which prevents rust on the one hand, but on the other hand it attracts dirt and grime which wears down the drive components. I'm even more worried about what happens when the salty brine that splashes up from the wheels penetrates the electrical components. It might cause short circuits or damage the wire connections and the other components like the motor, the controller, and the display. I imagine that it could also result in safety risks if the salt gets inside the battery. Fortunately, I enjoy the advantage of having access to running water and a floor drain in the garage of our condo apartment building. This allows me to rinse the salt off after each ride. I use the shower setting on my sprayer, which provides a large volume of water using a gentle spray with little pressure. I bought this bike on January 21st, 2021, and today is January 31st, 2025, so I've ridden this bike for 4 winter seasons. The only other precaution I take in addition to rinsing the bike after each ride is to oil the chain and sprockets generously. To date, the bike has given me about 6,000 kilometers of service. So far it hasn't needed any maintenance, but by springtime I'll probably need to have an overhaul done, and who knows, that might reveal damage that doesn't show any symptoms yet. I wanted to share my experience with you. I can't claim that my method is the best approach for preventing salt damage. For sure, winter is a challenging time for any mechanical device, especially one that uses electricity. I begin by washing the snow off the tires by selecting the most concentrated and powerful jet of water. I try to direct the water under the fenders. I never direct the jet spray onto any of the electrical components. Then, for the rest of the bike, I select the shower setting, which provides a low-pressure, wide spray of water. I chew gum as fast as possible to help the water do a better job at dissolving the salt. I make sure I don't hold the shower head too close to the electrical components to ensure that I use the lowest pressure possible. I think it's important to thoroughly wash the drivetrain components, the chainring, the chain, the derailleur, and the cassette. I'd be very interested in knowing what precautions you have been taking to protect your bike from salt damage in the winter. Details like how much distance you've ridden your bike in the winter, how you clean it, and what problems you've had, if any. I hope you found this video useful or interesting. If you liked this video, I'd appreciate it if you would leave a thumbs up or tell another electric bike owner about it, or share your experience by leaving a comment, or if you would subscribe to my channel if you're new to it. Thank you for watching, and remember, never quit cycling.